Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel once again, and today we are actually talking about the face basics. Now if you want to see how I created this eye makeup, go check out my previous video. However, today we are talking about how I do my foundation. So as advised in the previous video, I always start with my moisturizer because I want to give it time to soak in before I put on foundation. For foundation, I feel like this is going to be quite a quick video. I don't bake, I don't use concealer on a everyday basis. I don't use neither blush or contour or bronzer, so I am pretty minimal when it comes to my face. So the foundation I love to use and I've been using for a very long time, it's affordable, it's a drugstore foundation. It's the foundation from Revlon, Color Stay, and it's for currently I'm using the one for normal to dry skin because my skin has been quite dry lately, and it also has a SPF of 20. The shade I'm using is Ivory, and I usually take out about 2 pumps. I would always recommend actually to shake it up before you use it, just like any other liquids. I'll use 1 or 2 brushes. Usually if I am in a rush and I'm not that worried about the amount of coverage I have, especially now in summer, I don't tend to wear foundation at all. I will use the Real Techniques brush. It's their expert face brush and it looks like this. But if I want more coverage, I love the brush from also Real Techniques, and it's their essential foundation brush. It's this brush here. It's more like a flat brush. It applies the base really well and it gives quite a lot of coverage. I don't know how this foundation would apply, however, with sponges, because even though I've been saying I will use them, which I probably will eventually, I do have a dupe for a beauty blender. Well, a dupe with dupe, I mean, it looks the same, it has the egg shape. I don't know actually how the beauty blender works. I am considering buying it when I am over in America, which I will probably be now while you're watching this. But at the moment, brushes are okay. Brushes are quick, they don't need to be put under water to get wet first, so it's more convenient. So I usually do say 2 pumps of the foundation, and let's say we want to go for full coverage, and I'll always start under the eyes. I don't know when I started this actually, but when I learned more about makeup, I realized that the center of the face looks even, then chances are, even if the rest of the face is a little uneven, no one is going to notice as much as they would if the center of the face was uneven. Now, very much to my disappointment, I actually managed to get a little bit of a tan, so this foundation at the moment is not the best match for me. It is quite a little quite pale. I do apologize, this is because I have not been wearing a foundation for basically the last few months. I haven't even thought about purchasing one that would be more suited for my current skin color. I think that the one that will be perfect for me at the moment is 150 Buff, which is the foundation shade I had before. I had this one and I really like that one because it has yellow undertones, where this one sadly has quite pink undertones. I mean, sadly for me, because I have quite yellow undertones, so they don't really do a foundation that is light enough. Before I moved to 110, Buff was actually my perfect color. It tends to be my summer color, however, up until this year I have been really good with staying in the shade and staying out of the sun. However, this year I've been just really busy out and about, and yeah, I managed to catch a tan, which, if you know me, I embrace my skin color. I like the fact that I am quite pale. It is part of my aesthetics. I would never go fake tanning just to have a little bit more color. So always embrace the pale side of my skin, but I haven't had this much tan in a very long time. And I actually forgot that I do tan at all, because it has been such a long time. There you go. And that's pretty much it. I know it looks quite pale. As I said, I didn't have a chance to really, or I didn't really realize how tan I actually got. Compared to chest area of my body, which very rarely sees the day of light as well. It's not that bad of a match. As you can see, I am really, really pale. However, compared to my arm, which is really still pale, it's not like I magically became a Latina, which would be kind of cool, but like, ain't happening with my skin color. But if you compare the color on my arm, you will definitely be able to see yellow and quite a bit darker than my face is at the moment. As I said, this is a pink tone foundation, which is really annoying because they don't do one that has yellow undertones, and compared to my arm, I think you can really see the difference. Nonetheless, it's good enough for what I needed. And then what I do is literally just take a kabuki brush like this, and this is the RTMA loose powder. I simply put it in a empty container, and then what I do is I take the excess of the brush, because otherwise you will have white patches on your face, and I literally just press it in under the eyes, and then go on the nose, on the side, because that's where I usually get shiny the quickest, on the chin. Of course, the major one is on the forehead. And then whatever is left on the brush, I just go in all the other areas just to set it as well. And then the last step, usually in my routine, today I will be using unicorn blood. And what I do is I shake them up, usually, not that it will matter for this one probably, because it does feel like it's settled at the bottom, but then I did have it for over a year, and I don't think that I should be having them for much longer. So what I do is literally just slap on the lipstick. And then once this has dried down, I always put the finger out and pull it. I put the finger in my mouth and pull it out just to make sure that anything that is around that inner corner doesn't get stuck on my teeth. So there you go. And there is nothing there. That's good. And then I literally just turn around my piercing, put it into place, take out whatever hairdo I have created for the time being to make sure that it doesn't get in my face. And that is pretty much it. That is how I do my makeup, and that's how I do my skin. I know that this part of the video is probably quite boring for some of you because it doesn't have many steps. The first video is probably gonna be longer than this one, but if you do blush, or if you do contour, or if you do bronzer, then obviously that's more additional steps that you can add to this routine. I simply don't do it because honestly it's not my aesthetics. I like quite a clean slate, at least on me. I like the fact that my face is quite simple. Of course, I know there's also the rule that if you go heavy on your eyes, you should be subtle on your lips, but the thing is that I don't believe in that. Most of all, it depends on your aesthetics. At the end of the day, if you think that you look amazing with whatever makeup you have done, then that is really all it matters, because makeup is here for you and not for anyone else. You do it for you, hopefully, and use it as a way of making yourself feel as beautiful as you are and confident, or simply just expressing yourself with it. Of course, I'm not saying that contour, bronzer, highlighter or blush shouldn't be part of your routine. Oh my god, almost died. Yeah, I'm not saying that I don't use them ever either. I do like a little bit of highlight here and there, or a little bit of blush if I feel like the look requires it. I don't think I ever actually use bronzer. I will, however, put contour sometimes on my cheeks if I feel like I have chubby cheeks and I kind of need to take it down a notch. But yeah, guys, I'm really interested to see what kind of routine you have, or please let me know, or if yours is similar or not at all to mine. It would be just interesting to know what kind of routine other people have. There is not really much more to say. I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. I am sorry if this part was a little bit more boring than the first one. Yeah, I will insert the pictures now of the finished look. You could also spray with setting spray or whatever, because I will be taking this makeup off soon. I will not do that because it's not necessary. But yeah, guys, I do hope that you liked this video, and I hope you're doing well whenever you're watching this, maybe morning, afternoon, evening or night, and I will see you in my next video, hopefully. Bye.